Hi there and thank you for joining me. Today we're going to have a look at pictograms. So it's a kind of chart, a kind of graph to display information. I've got to be honest, I don't often say this, but I'm not a fan of pictograms. I'll explain why further in the video. But we do need to know what they look like, how to draw them and how to take information from them. So let's take a look. So here I've started with a tally chart, and we are assuming that we have been down to the gates of the college and we have counted the vehicles going past. So the easy way to do that is a tally chart. Maybe we did this for 5 minutes and we've picked up this information. So we have 6 different categories of vehicle, and in the time that we were counting we've used tally to count them, and in the last column the frequency. So now we have some raw information. What I've done is on the left hand side here I've just listed the same information. So here is the number of vehicles that went past college. So on the right here we are going to create a pictogram, and as the word suggests, pictogram means we are going to use pictures to create this chart. Now, if you are in an exam situation or a test and you're having to create a pictogram, the last thing you want to be doing is spending your time drawing complicated pictures. You need to choose a picture, a symbol, and make it something that's easy to draw. I always use a nice, simple smiley face. I can draw it quickly and easy and repeat it. So we're going to use faces to represent these numbers. However, the last thing I want to do is spend my time drawing 22 smiley faces for the cars. So the first thing that a pictogram have to have is a key. And let's just start by saying, okay, in my pictogram, one smiley face is going to be equal to 2 vehicles. So I'm going to use that key for all the different kinds of vehicles. So of course, if I come to car, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on until we have 11 faces, and that of course 11 times 2 is 22. No problem there. Let's have a look at the van. The van, again, I'm going to start. One face is 2. I need 6, so 2, 4, 6. Now we come to the bus. So let's start. I need 3. There's 2. Now I've got a problem. If I draw another smiley face, that will be 4. Whereas in fact buses, there were only 3. So here's what I feel is a slightly strange part of pictograms. If a smiley face is equal to 2, that must mean that half a smiley face, one eye, half a mouth, that must be equal to 1. So actually we have to divide our picture into fractions in order to come up with the right totals. Ambulance 1, again, it's an odd number, therefore ambulance will be again half a face. Bikes is okay because 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, it's a nice even number, therefore I'm rushing this a little bit, but therefore I can represent. Lorry is 5, 2, 4, and a half a 1 is 5. You can imagine if your picture that you've chosen is more difficult, then drawing half a 1 might give you problems, and that's why it's so important to keep it simple. This is where the pictogram has a slight downfall. Let's do this again, but change the key, because obviously if I'm handling larger numbers, then I want one face to represent more. But let's just take a look at this. Let's say I decide that one face is going to equal 5. Now, let's look at the car situation. That would be 5. That would be 10. Okay, so far 15, 20. But now I want to represent an additional 2. There are 22 cars, but one face is 5. It becomes almost impossible to do. This is why I would say if you are doing a pictogram, it needs to be for relatively low and also relatively simple numbers. And in fact, in an exam test situation, you will usually find that to be the case. So a pictogram, nice for easy numbers, but it is not usually, for more complex numbers, the best type of graph to use. There are bar charts, there are line graphs which can far more accurately display this kind of information, and really that is what tends to be used. But hey, we need to learn pictogram, so here it is. So just to summarize, I've gone back to the original key now. One smiley face, and again, don't forget, you can use any little picture that you like, keep it simple. So one smiley face is equal to 2. The key has to be there. It opens up the rules for your pictogram. So one key is 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. Van, 2, 4, 6, bus, half a face is equal to 1. That's it really, that is the pictogram. So there you go, pictograms useful for simple and low numbers. If you do get a chance to move on to bar charts and line graphs, much more efficient. I hope you found that useful. If you did, as always, please subscribe below, and there's another video at the side of me here that you might find useful. Hopefully, I will see you again. Thank you.